Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer reading, March 1st through 15, 16, 17 for Leos. Hello Leos, how are you? Okay, since I'm doing the longer reading, I use 3 decks. I use my Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards. That gives us our main message, okay? Then I use my Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards by John Holland. And that gives us kind of clarification. And then I finish with my Osho Zen Tarot cards, which kind of gives us any kind of advice that we need to have. I do pray, meditate, and infuse with Reiki energy, all decks. And also, too, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. That's okay. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay, so now, what's going on? Well, I did post this on my Facebook page that on February 18th. Now, I didn't know too much about this, so I'll let you look this up. But Chiron, Chiron, went from Pisces into Aries, okay? So that he transitioned. Now, Chiron is according to Greek mythology, is a half horse and half god, okay? And he is a major healer, except he's in pain himself, but he cannot heal himself. So, which is very, very sad. So going into Aries, and he'll be in here until 2028. So he stays for a long time. This is a time where it's identity. It's identity crisis, if you want to say. It's looking to see it's delving into who am I. It's rediscovering of the self. And with that, though, but he is a healer. So if you do start, feeling that way and thinking that way, you can start looking and examine it and then let it go. Okay? He is a healer. So maybe those are areas that needed healing for you. But he's there for a very long time. Okay. The other thing, though, is all our planets have been going direct, right? We've been talking about that. Well, March 5th until the March 28th, Mercury goes retrograde. Yay, Mercury! So this is called, this is like the chaotic time, the chaos. And, anything bad happens, it's because Mercury's in retrograde. Okay, so things about that is as it said, not to sign contracts, not to start jobs, but if you need a job, you can start a job. The other thing is electronic devices can go all, and so they say it's also said not to go and buy electronic devices during this time. The one that I love the best is that people from your past return, and not always are they welcome. In fact, more of the time it's that they're not welcome than they are welcomed. Okay, so but you know what? Mercury goes retrograde about 3 times a year. We're more used to that type of chaotic energy, and I kind of look at it as it shakes you up a little bit. It kind of makes you reevaluate things. So let's see what's going on for Leos. Okay, I've been shuffling. You've seen that. Let's do this, and let's now pull 3 cards off the top. Okay. First 2 cards are reversed, meaning more message, more power to the message. First one that we have is 10 of Fire. Fire is your energy, and 10 is usually the ending of something. Too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. So with that are we letting Mercury get to us? Are we letting that Mercury chaotic energy disrupt where we're supposed to be going? Because we're supposed to be going into a better place, Leos, okay? So let's see this next card. This next one is your 8 of Fire, again, your energy. And this one is events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things are happening at once. Okay, now I'm looking at more of the 10 as things are ending and moving on. So then the 8 tells us it's going to happen. Because when one thing ends, something begins, okay? And I think that this is going to be I think it's actually, while, yes, we have that Mercury thing going on, I really think that whatever is going on for Leos will be beneficial in the end, okay? It may not feel that way, but I think that it will benefit you in the end. So let's see what this last card says. This last card is the Ten of Water. Again, water is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces emotions. Okay? This one is a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Okay? So again, basically it's like a lot of the worry, a lot of the pain, a lot of the stress is ending. Now, this card is saying that it's still ending. It's not necessarily ended. But this card is saying, this card basically balances the fire. It's kind of like, okay, here, I'm putting water on the fire, and it's basically balancing it, saying, no, it is ending. It still is ending. Even though it might seem like it's too much, you do need to go and talk to people and tell them it's too much, but it is ending. This card is saying, I promise you it's ending. And with this card here, it's saying, yeah, it's ending, and it's ending faster than you think it is. Now, it may be that it's trying to wait until after the 28th, so it might be in that transition of ending, which that's okay too. That's okay, because then once something ends, something new begins. Okay, let's go on to this one. But yet this fire is, it is very strong. It's going to be a very strong type of energy for you. And you can, being that you are Leo and you are, sun and king of the jungle, the lion, you can use this for your benefit. Okay, you can really, really harness this energy. Okay, so now my Psychic Tarot and Oracle decks by John Holland. And let's see now. Can you kind of clarify this for our Leos? What's this all meaning? What's all this meaning? Can you give us some information on this? Okay, let's go ahead and cut. And let us now move that over here. Okay. Cards don't want to. Okay. First card, these are all down, so let's see what they say. Okay. Financial and material changes. Now that can be positive. I do see, again, I've been talking about career changes coming, and it doesn't even mean that the career change that you could change into now at this time is going to be the career change that you are at the end of the year. But I do feel that for many, Leos are going to be worried about their money per se. They're going to be worried because, it's like, Leos, somebody commented, it's not that they need it for the finances itself, but, it's basically because of what the use is or something like that. I know I'm paraphrasing, so sorry about that, my Leo. But, but it is. The money's coming. The money's coming. So sometimes, well, this is a 5, and that, that's a change. And sometimes 5s can be stressful changes. And this card is like, well, is it stressful? Is it not? It's basically, I'm picking up for Leo, that's basically going to be a balanced change. And money will be coming. And it won't be as, I think, you may be worried about, will I get the bills? Can I get the bills paid? And then all of a sudden something comes in the mail type of thing. Okay? Or you're notified about a check you didn't realize that was coming to you. Things like that. That's kind of the thing I'm picking up. And again, that does fit in with what, something's ending and something's beginning. So the second card is, okay, again, this is you though, Leo. You tend to get trapped in your own fears. Please do not do that. Do not do that. These two, okay, these first 15, 16 days, they're not going to be these horrible days for you, but you're going to get worried about that. So don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so here is the last card. And this is reversed also, and this is the heart chakra. Okay, so this is again, and this is on top of the 10 of water. And remember, the 10 of water is a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trusting relationships. This is your heart. This is your caring. This is your love. This is, whatever you want to associate your heart with. And this is on top of your 10 of water, which is saying everything's good. Your family's good. All things are good. You need to trust that. You need to trust that. Because when things start changing for you, that they start moving fast, delays are over, many things happening at once, it's gonna kind of freak you out a little bit. It's gonna freak you out, okay? It's gonna be like, but I'm not ready for this. I don't want to do this. I'm not ready for this. I don't want to do this. Wait a minute. I thought I was changing jobs. No, Debbie said to wait till after the 28th. Okay. Oh, they want me here on the 1st. Oh, okay. So, it's like, but I'm not ready for this. I keep hearing, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I was changing jobs, but they want me in, they want me sooner. They want me, oh my gosh, and it'll work. I'm not ready for this. So that's more what I'm feeling with this. But at the same time, yeah, I feel money. I feel money coming. It'll be fast for you Leos, and they'll kind of like, no. Again, what shall we say it again? I'm not ready for this. But actually, you are ready. And the thing is that, have you ever heard of like your heart's content? That's the thing. That's what's happening. Your heart is content. Okay. So now let's go on into our Osha Zen Tarot. Can you give us any advice for our Leos that are panicking because they weren't ready for this big change, whatever this change is, they weren't ready for it? What's the advice for our Leos? What's the advice for our Leos? Come on. Anything want to jump? No. Okay. Let me go ahead and cut. Are you going with me or not? Okay, we're going to take you. Sometimes the cards slip, and then it's like, did you want to come? Okay, so now these are all face down also, so let's see what it says. Our first card is, okay, reversed. Consciousness. Consciousness. So what does that mean to you? What does that mean? Basically, to me, this is expanding consciousness. This is growing. This is knowing that what you're being brought to, what you're being brought through is not just of your making. This is a divine consciousness. So again, your divine, your higher power, spirit guide, guardian angels, but you are basically, you're basically saying, basically I'm picking up that you are being led to this change. This is a divine change again. It's going to scare you. It's going to, I don't want to do it. I'm not ready. But again, and at the same time, you need to trust. You need to trust in that divine, okay? In whatever it is that you're being led to do. Okay, let's see what this next card says. Again, politics. This guy, I hate this guy. But this is, so basically what's happening too is, are you re-entering the real world again? Okay, are you coming back into the, are you going to be going into a place where, you have to be aware of the politics of the job. You have to be aware of, that, or maybe this is saying that your fears are that, you're going back into something that wasn't necessarily a good spot for you, because Leos have been having a lot of changes in their career. So are you going back into something like that? Or are you aware of something like that? Or, are you just worried about something like that? Okay? And you might be very worried about entering something like that again, but you have to remember to trust your divine, okay, putting you in a place that you need to be in for this moment, for this season. Okay, let's see what this last card says. Compromise. I don't like this compromise, guys. I don't like these guys, okay? These guys are swarmy. These guys are like, like oily. These are like, I don't like that. So I guess, so what's basically being said is, okay, trust, but at the same time, be aware. So while you are trusting, you also have to be aware of what reality is about, okay, what the life is about. At the same time, saying, this brings me back to do not worry so much about that because you're being brought to this time for whatever reason. But again, yes, it's acknowledging that you do live in the real world, and the real world is full of swarmy people that, that aren't necessarily looking out for you. But you do have a higher consciousness that is looking out for you. Okay? So, these are your advice cards. Yeah, and it's basically saying, yeah, reality is reality to this. But these two cards, like I said, the Doreen Virtue tells me the main message, and this is, yes, so while the Ten of Fire, oh my gosh, a lot of it's coming, a lot of things are happening right now. Something's ending. I don't know what's beginning with that ending. And then, the Eight of Fire saying, yep, it's happening pretty quick. But then the Ten of Water tells you that it's all good. It's all good. Yes, it's ending, but it's still all good. And then our heart chakra says, you will find your heart's content. Okay? Okay. So, Leo, before we leave, I want to say I've been kind of adding this to everybody's videos, that we are very, very close to our 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm humbled with, your trust, so I want to thank you for that. Also, too, I did say that, when we reach that, and I would figure out a way to get people, to tell me if they wanted to do this or not. But, if they wanted me to, I would pull 5 people and, give a free reading. Now, in order for me to do that, you need to have one of two things. You either have to have Facebook Messenger, or you have to have an app called WhatsApp, WHATSAPP. Something, because both of these, I'm in the United States, and if you're outside of the United States, both of these have to be able to reach, not both, but one or the other has to be able to reach you, okay? So I need to be able to contact you, through one of those two social medias. So now that would mean, though, that, so while I tell you that, best way to reach me is through my Divine Destiny with Debbie email. So, that would be at gmail.com, through either Facebook Messenger or through WhatsApp. I did find for people inside the United States, my phone number, my business number, that works fine. I can text you from that also. But I found out that people calling into the United States, I may get your message, but I'm not allowed to call out. I don't know why that is. And I don't think that you even get my text if I text you back to say that. So those are, best way is either through my email, Facebook Messenger, or through WhatsApp. Though I don't get a lot of people on WhatsApp, but it is a good long distance. It's a good way to talk to people outside of the state. Okay? Okay. So, Leo. Yep. As always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.